It's a rare crosstown clash on this Wednesday night in the Emerald City. The Seattle Pacific Falcons have trekked the 3 miles from Queen Anne over to Montlake to face off with the Washington Huskies. High for the offense tonight against the Falcons. And we're off and running, just game number 3 of the Danny Sprinkle era as he takes the helm of this Husky program. Ihenacho tests the baseline, and the help defense is there. It's swatted out of bounds by Trace Evans. He steps over from the backside and denies Ihenacho. Tyree, a senior from Prior Lake, Minnesota. He scored 15 points per game last year at North Dakota. He slings it for Great Osobor. The All-American spins inside, misses the left-handed hook shot, and Evans is there to corral the rebound. The Falcons looking for their first win of the season. They're 0-3. They played 3 games in 4 days. This is now game number 4 in 6 days. A really busy start to the year for Kefri Fazio's squad, the second-year head coach at SPU. Evans works inside, a nice little fake. He gets this, the senior guard from Moreno Valley, California. Spent his first 3 collegiate seasons at UC Irvine, then 1 year at Butler. Now here with UW. Osobor into the paint. Draws a whistle this time, and he'll win that game against Nevada, but he was phenomenal in the season opener. The preseason All-American bends and hit. You look at the recent history, they've made 12 of 14 GNAC tournaments. That's the most of any team in the league. Great backdoor cut. Henry Sandberg steal it off the floor, but Wilhelm Breidenbach picks it up. Breidenbach collects on the baseline. Huskies reset at the top with Mason. Mid-range jumper, that one slips in. And the Huskies tie it at 4 apiece. Huskies trying to improve to 2-1 to start the season. Davis, Eurostep, finds Breidenbach. Just 6 to shoot. Osobor down low, hard to... Owen Moriarty motors into the paint, kick out. Here's Jackson Knapp, transfer from Montana, glides to the rim, and he's fouled just as he got to the hoop. Did start 9 games last year and was kept on this most of the season due to injuries. So, coaching staff, Sprinkle looking for career victory number 111, down to 6th. Coleman bounces inside. There's Trace Evans, the Australian, backing down Osobor, and he beats him back to the left for another deuce. Washington came into this game shooting 25% from deep so far this year. Julian Mora cut off by Osobor. Into the corner. There's Jonas Latour knocking. Good defense from Diallo, able to cut off Moriarty. DJ Davis, Eurostep all the way to the cup, it rolls out. An unfriendly roll, a career 89% free throw shooter who knocked down. But the coaching staff knows that he can score it at will. Washington 4 of 4 at the stripe, and we're tied up at 11s. Jackson Knapp, preseason all-conference honoree in the GNAC. This time he gets past Breidenbach, and the scoop. Washington kind of struggling here with D2 opposition in Seattle Pacific, as the Huskies have turned it over 5 times compared to just 2 for SPU. Step back 3, Julian Mora. Jackson Knapp tries a 3, too short. Louis Courtright gets on the floor and grabs the rebound. Diallo all the way to the cup and 1. The freshman floating through traffic and finishing through contact. And he'll go to the line for a 3-point play. The Washington Gatorade Player of the Year 2 seasons ago, before he finished his high school days down in California. Last year, he was named interim head coach. Really proved himself, leading the program to a 17-15 mark, 10-8 in the GNAC. And they said, heck with that interim tag. This is your gig. Diallo able to get inside and lay it off the glass. Personal. As Washington tries to avoid foul trouble. It's been an issue for them in the first 2 games of the season. Not so much for Breidenbach, but for a lot of the Husky guards, as Evans slides right through the middle of the paint show in the paint tonight. Here is Evans. Handoff, Moriarty. Huskies able to reset defensively, but Moriarty gets to the baseline, pulls up, and hits. The first bucket for the junior, who's from Seattle and went to O'Day High School, where he won a state title back in 2019. Diallo charges inside, finds Courtright in the corner. Courtright up with it, and one. And they love that they can use him really anywhere on the floor offensively. Evans has it knocked away by Osobor. Bounces inside for the freshman Sandberg, trying to cut back door. Now here's Mason Landak for a 3. He gets bumped on the 3-point attempt, and he'll go to the line for 3 shots. Pacific, and poured in 13 points per game as a sophomore. Decided back to his home state of Washington after growing up in Kashmir. And a mighty impressive showing from the junior from Australia, going toe-to-toe with an All-American in Osobor. Ihenacho comes up with a steal, and then he's fouled by Landak in the backcourt. 4% from the stripe last season at the University of North Dakota, with 2 seasons at James Madison sandwiched in the middle. And coming off the 5th Hills, they lost that one as well. Mason couldn't finish the dunk attempt. Seattle Pacific running the other way. Moriarty tries the reverse lay-in. And it's a foul again after coming into this game, shooting just 25% from deep. Christian King at the free throw line, and he hits the first. A redshirt freshman from Kirkland, Washington. Knocks out. So he wants them to clean up the hand checks. Another defensive play to limit foul trouble. Moriarty gets Christian King in the air and then slides it in. Plus the foul, flying all around. Moriarty averaging 10 points per game, but can't convert there. Huskies set up in the half court. Osobor giving for DJ Davis. Double team. Back to Osobor. Can't leave him alone. The double teams have been coming fast. I'd like to see Osobor get a little bit better at handling those double teams and finding open. Bins off. Washington 1 of 7 from downtown. And no field goals in almost 4 minutes. Mason Landak pulls the trigger from the right wing and drills the 3. He's a streaky shooter, and the Huskies don't want to see him get hot. Mason, head fake into the paint. Huskies trying to end the offensive dry spell into a competitor in the Metro League. Then jumped over to Seattle Pacific. His first season, the Falcons, as an assistant before finally getting his chance to the head coach last year, and now he's trying to make the most of it. The rebound knocked out of the hands of Ihenacho in the Falcons' victories in program history. Washington's 10-0 all-time against SPU. Jackson Knapp working on Christian King. Knapp spins, forces it up, and gets the friendly roll. Now he's bound to be one of the better players for the Falcons in the GNAC. Tyler Harris can't finish. Kept in play, hustle play by Schooner. Especially because Washington's in the double bonus. Diallo too strong on the second. Harris got his hands on that pass, but Mora collects it. The sophomore from Bend, Oregon, fires a three and splashes it. A pull-up triple from Julian Mora. If you are to pull an upset of this magnitude, your team has to shoot it incredibly well. And the Falcons have done that. 67% from deep, 55% 2 years at Rice. Last season posted the 8th best program. And the Huskies. Osobor, no fouls in 14 minutes. Huskies really need him on the floor. Evans is able to slide behind Osobor. Tyler Harris from the corner, short on that three. Huskies get a second possession. Mason hit hard, and it's a tie-up. Danny Sprinkle certainly not pleased with that last whistle. Evans spinning on Osobor. Mora on the pick and roll. Step back three. Lets it go and hits. Everything's falling for SPU. The Huskies will hold it for one shot here. UW looking to bounce back from a loss at Nevada and avoid falling below 500. Tyler Harris gets that little floater to drop. 3 seconds left for Seattle Pacific. Mora lofts it up off the mark. Still, it's a sterling. Trace Evans has been great inside for the Falcons. 8 points, 2 rebounds. And he's done a fantastic job guarding great Osobor. Osobor tries to back him down to start the second half. Gets a second crack at it and capitalizes. A preseason All-American. CBS ranked him as the number 15. Might be thrown off kilter for a moment, but he does not lose focus. Led to an and one there. Here he gets the ball on the slip, and he's fouled at the rim. He drew 4 fouls in the first half, so he's now drawn 6 in the. And if you go back to last season at Utah State, he stayed healthy history where he was playing under Danny Sprinkle. So he's going to have a ton of opportunities, hitting some of those silly fouls, be better and more disciplined with our handwork. Osobor pulls the chair out from Evans. Washington has numbers here. Harris alone for 3, and he swirls it in. Scoring just 3 points against the Wolfpack. Osobor with 10 points to lead all scorers. He knocks it away here. Osobor against Evans, and one. Rumbling down court, the big fella. In the open court there. Davis picking up Julian Mora 90 feet from the hoop. Mora was perfect in the first half. 3 of 3 from downtown for 9 points to lead all Falcons in scoring. Jackson Knapp gets open on the near block. First bucket of the second half for SPU, and they push the lead back to 4. Davis in the corner, splash. The Huskies would be an improbable win for the Falcons. Huskies have the ball out of the timeout. Tyler Harris, the former Portland Pilot, goes up with the right hand. The intensity picking up in Seattle. Lantek lofts a 3. That rainbow is an air ball. Chucked out to midcourt. Huskies have numbers. Harris slams it home. Back-to-back buckets from Harris, and Washington leads by 3. Mora puts Davis on the floor and then kisses it home. Timeout, Seattle. Green light by the coaching staff. The Huskies have outscored the Falcons 16-4 in the second half. Trying to keep it rolling out of the timeout. Julian Mora dancing against Breidenbach. His floater is too short. Offensive rebound. Jackson Knapp pushes off against Harris, gets it back, and then curls it in with the right hand. Jackson Knapp up to double figures with 10 points tonight. It's a one-point game again. Jace Butler motors into the paint, and he gets fouled. Sprinkle said he's really competing defensively. Back with a little nervous energy. Washington tries to foul. This is him going solo, but he's swatted by Harris. Harris brings the double team and forces the turnover. Long outlet pass for Butler, who puts it in. Delivering on both ends for the Huskies. Washington looking like a different team in the second half. Butler hits the three from the corner. Falcons -4 in turnover margin in this contest. Landek testing the baseline, able to curl past Butler, and the reverse layup is good. That ends a scoring drought of more than 2 minutes. Tyler Harris, the Energizer Bunny with the floater. And rather than play Breidenbach and Osobor alongside each other, it's usually been one or the other. Osobor gets a steal, but then the Huskies hand it right back. Sandberg for three, nothing but net. Half now. Knapp looking for Evans on the pick and roll, but Harris is able to take it away. Harris trying to score over the top of the defense again, and he does it. The floater in the paint really effective from Harris, who now has 13 points, leading all scorers. Osobor the stuff. The senior from England protecting the paint. Hands off Davis, who fires a three. Davis cans it. Washington. The largest lead for the Huskies today. Inside Knapp, already with a double-double, and he finishes on the reverse. The Falcons refusing to go away. They don't want to waste this opportunity. They haven't played against Washington in 2 decades, and they're 0-10 all-time against the Huskies. Davis again! Nevada on Saturday. Today it's just been his defense. Only 2 points, but he's got 6 assists, 4 rebounds. From the corner, it's Makai Mason. He is stuffing the stat sheet today. Doing a little bit of everything. 13 points, 4 steals, 3 blocks. As DJ Davis knocks down another. A 9-0 run for the Huskies. Davis leads all scorers. And the edge balloons to 16 points. Osobor the takeaway. Floats it ahead for Davis. Tack on an easy deuce. Mason scoops it up. Osobor slams on the brakes. Gets Evans in the air, and now he'll go to the line for 2.
Fouls on the Falcons, number 14, Trace Evans. His third foul, game, team 6.
up in Spain, but went to high school in England at Myerscough Basketball Academy. It's Osobor to move around the globe and join him at Montana State. And they've had quite the journey together since then. 4 seasons together between time at Montana State, Utah State, and now Washington. Sandberg, baseline jumper, good. First points for SPU in almost 2.5 minutes. Ihenacho has space here, but he slings it cross court. Mason for 3. Rattles out. Osobor an offensive rebound. Muscles it up for 2. Harris corrals the board. Osobor tees up the 3. Mason battling for the rebound, and he's called for the foul. Points on 2 of 8 shooting in 23 minutes. Now on his 4th school in 4 years. Bryden Bakkeys have ever added in one offseason. Latour takes the 3, swatted. And by his own replay. David Zachman enters, redshirt freshman from Arlington, Washington. As Latour hits the free throw of 26. Diallo misses on the bunny. Landek the rebound. He crosses over in transition from the corner. There's Zachman. Good freshman class coming in as well, and had to work to make sure that they still wanted to be Huskies. It's not always guaranteed when coaches change. Osobor, the reverse for an and one. And guiding the comeback today for the Huskies. Washington trailed by 11 at halftime. Davis the board. Kai Mason trying to get into double figures. He has 9 points, and he's fouled on the baseline. The Husky guards are not at one point they were +4 in the turnover margin. Now they're -9. Pretty representative of the way this game has swung. Diallo to the rim for 2. With 6 points. Look at the turnaround for Osobor, going from the 3 points against Nevada to the 17 today. But he commits a foul here, and it's an and one for Moriarty. 3 minutes. And he's now got 7 points. The lead at 14 with 2 minutes to go. Huskies don't need to rush anything here, but Osobor rips through and draws the foul. He went 7 of 16 2 games ago. Davis from way out. .80 to go. And Davis commits a foul, jumping out at, and this is one of the few chances they're going to get. Sontag is one of Dylan Mansour in the game, a freshman from Lafayette, California. And the Falcons turn it over on the other end. And you see Kepnong still having fun on the bench, and trying to encourage his teammates. Diallo plows to a defender. It's a blocking foul. He remains in drive. And goes to the McDonald's All-American. Can't hit either of the pair. The loose ball falls to Seattle Pacific. home stretch here. And the Huskies locked down defensively to close this one out. The first half wasn't pretty. There's going to be lots of tape to break down for Danny Sprinkle. But Washington gets the job done. A fantastic second half. Washington pulls away and sends their crosstown foes packing to Queen Anne. Washington wins 77-62 over Seattle Pacific.